The air in the immigration office was sterile and thick with unspoken anxieties. The initial questions were a gentle warm-up. When were you married? Any children? What do you do for work? We answered each one clearly, our voices echoing slightly against the bare walls. We were building a rhythm, a small island of normalcy in a sea of bureaucratic uncertainty. Then, the officer leaned back, steepling his fingers. A cold smile touched his lips. "You know," he said conversationally, "the gentleman in here right before you was a German CEO. Big company. I just rejected his application." The rhythm shattered. The air crackled. This wasn't a conversation. It was a demonstration of power. He was showing us that our degrees, our jobs, our carefully constructed life in this new country meant nothing. He held our future in his hands. His gaze shifted from me to my wife. The cold smile widened. "Ma'am," he said, his voice dropping to a theatrical whisper, "your husband's green card approval depends entirely on you. It all comes down to your answer to this one final test." My heart hammered against my ribs. A test? What could he possibly ask? I felt a wave of nausea. He had all the power, and he was enjoying it. "Spell your husband's last name for me, please." My last name. My father's first name. 12 letters that felt like 100. I held my breath. My wife, bless her, didn't even flinch. She looked the officer directly in the eye and began, her voice calm and deliberate, enunciating each letter as if it were the most important sound in the world. V. My heart beat, a frantic thump. E. Thump. N-K-A-T. She was a snail crawling across a razor's edge. The silence between each letter was a cavern. I could feel the blood pounding in my ears. S-W-A-M-I. She finished. The final vowel hung in the air, a fragile note. Silence. The officer stared at her. The clock on the wall was muted. The world had stopped. Those few seconds stretched, bending time until they felt like an hour trapped in my skull. I had lived and died 1,000 times waiting for him to speak. He finally broke the silence, a low chuckle escaping his lips. He looked at my wife, a flicker of genuine admiration in his eyes. "That is the longest name I have seen all week. Lots of letters. 12, to be exact. Well done." He then turned his gaze to me. The weight of the world, of my family's hopes, of my father's name, pressed down on my shoulders. "Congratulations," the officer said, the word cutting through the tension like a blade. "Your application is approved." A breath I didn't know I was holding escaped me in a rush. The weight vanished, replaced by a dizzying lightness. In that moment, my name wasn't just a collection of 12 difficult letters. It was Venkataswamy, the Lord of the Venkata Hill, a piece of my South Indian heritage, a gift from my father. And now, it was the name of a permanent resident of the United States.